Alright, in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to composite some photos into a cloud of smoke. So let's go ahead and take a look at our layers. So here I have the adjustment, and here's our composite. So we got the city, the car, and then couple adjustment, some vignette. And then if you take a look at our main image, here's some smoke I added, another one on top, and added some black shadows here. And here's our main image. And if you take a look at the before, so here's the before. And the way I shot this is with one light with an umbrella to the left. So it should be right behind him. So to give you an idea, let me draw it for you real quick. Let me adjust this. Alright, so the main subject's right here, and then I added a light source right here with the umbrella. So the light's shining almost at a 45-degree angle, and the camera was about right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. But before you get started, head over to my website, and if you want, you can download the files and follow along. So just go to noiseworks.com, and then just put in your email, and you can watch the Cartoon Effect 2.0. But once you enter your email, I'm gonna send you an email with all the download links. And what you will receive is the main image right here, and then you can follow along. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let's go to File, New. So we can create a new document, and let's change this to pixel. And I'm doing 1920 by 1080. The reason why is the same size as the YouTube video. I created this artwork for the artist so he could add music to it and upload it to YouTube. So let's do 1920 by 1080 and resolution at 72. So let's go to our stock images, the ones you just download. Let's open this. Let's right click. Let's bring this into our, right now it's untitled, but that's our main one. Click OK. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna save this. So I'm gonna save it on the desktop. Just name this artwork. Alright. Now let's delete the background. Select this. Hit Command T or Control T for PC. So throughout the whole tutorial, I'm gonna say Command, but it will be Control if you're on Windows. Now let's go to the corner. Hold Shift and Alt, and let's shrink the size. So I'm gonna shrink it to about right here. Probably a little bit more. I'm gonna zoom out. So about 69.83% for the width and the height. Go ahead and click enter. Alright, I'm gonna save this, and let's group this. Hit Command G. I'm naming this main. Now first adjustment I like to do to the image. I'm gonna go to Filter, Topaz, Detail 2. If you don't have Topaz, I'm gonna leave a link on the bottom of this video, and you go ahead and check it out. Just waiting for it to load. Alright, so on the left, they got some presets. The one I like to use is interior strong detail. Since I'm on detail 2, if you're on 1 or 3, you might not have this preset, but all you have to do is just copy the settings on the right. So the small detail 0.67, the boost 0.01, and then 0.54, 0.05, 1, 0.01. So just copy these settings, and then once you copy these settings, you just go ahead and save it, and you can name it interior strong. So next time when you come in, you could it'll have it on the left, and you just click on it. So now I'm just go ahead and click OK. Alright. And then next filter, I'm gonna go topaz, clean. Alright, I made my own setting, so the one I like to use is this one. And again, you just copy the setting on the right, so the strength at 2, threshold at 0.1, and radius 25, and for the edges 5, 1.71, and then sharpness at 0, and then just copy the texture 0.19, 1.192, and again, once you set it to this, go ahead and save it. I'm gonna click OK. Alright, looks good. Next thing you want to do is bring up the levels adjustment. So hit Command L and select the black drop and select the gray color in the back. That way it's going to darken everything. Now click OK. Alright, let's create a new layer. I'm going to fill this in with black. I'm going to bring underneath the main image. Make sure black is selected over here. And you can use the paint bucket to fill it in. I'm going to do Alt Delete for shortcut. Alright, it looks good. Now let's go ahead and clean up this area over here so we won't see the blinds in the back. So let's go over here to the down here to the burn tool and make sure range is on shadow and exposures bring all the way up. Now I'm just increase the brush. And I'm just burn all this. The good thing about the burn tool is only going to darken the shadow. So if you go to the highlight, nothing won't happen. Just go down here. All right, looks good. And for the right side, let's create a new layer. And what I'm gonna do is use the pen tool. I'm just go in. I'll make a quick selection. So just go in and trace around it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now right click, make selection. Feather at 0, click OK. Once it makes a selection, fill that in with black. Again, Alt Delete. For shortcut, Command D to select. And I'm going to create another layer on top. And I'm going to select the brush tool, shortcuts letter B. And make sure hardness is all the way down. Bring the size up. So about 500. So I'm gonna go in and just paint it in. Bring it up a little bit. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna save that. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this to the right just a little bit. To about right there. And then I'm gonna fix the smoke right here. So let's go up here. So on this one, on this layer where we created the shadow in the back, let's go ahead and select black again. Select the brush. Paint that in. All right, looks good. Now let's go down here to the main image. Select the lasso tool and just select around the smoke. I'm gonna hit Command J. I'm gonna duplicate that. And I'm gonna select the selection tool. And what I'm gonna do is change the blending mode to screen. Hit Command T. I'm gonna rotate it. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna enlarge it. So I'm gonna hit Shift Alt. So about right there, looks good. All right, if you want, you just duplicate it again, rotate it. Add some more smoke over here. All right, so let's select these two. The two smoke we just created. Let's bring above the shadow. And then with this one, just bring this down like right there. And with this one, we adjust it. And we're here to fix that. I'm just gonna go ahead and select the eraser tool. Again, hardness all the way down. Just delete that. All right, looks good. And right now, I want to change the levels on the smoke. Right now, it's kind of too bright for me. So let's go ahead and create a new group. Name that adjustment. New adjustment layer. So let's bring up the levels. And on the white, let's bring that down. So about 223. Looks good. All right. All right, so let's go to our stock images and let's open up the car. I have it cropped out already. So what you want to do is just right click, bring it into a main image. I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna bring this above the main. So I'm gonna group that. I'm gonna name that composite. So I'm gonna bring this down to about right there. And let's go back to our stock images. Open up the city. I'm gonna right click, bring it into our main image. Close this. So I'm gonna bring this into the composite folder underneath the car. Bring it up to about right there. All right, looks good. Now I'm gonna disable this group. And let's go ahead and go to our channels. And what we're gonna do now is use the channels to mask out the smoke. So I'm gonna go to the red channel. It has the most contrast right now. So I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna duplicate it, and make sure that the red copy is the only one that is visible. So if you have all this, let's just disable it. And what you want to do now is select the lasso tool, and we're going to select around the main image. And we're going to fill that in with black. So black is selected, shortcut, Alt Delete, and fill it in, Command D, deselect. All right, that looks good. Now let's enable the rest of the channels and disable that. So make sure all this is enabled. Go back to our layers. All right, let's go to select, load selection, and let's load the red copy, the one that we just created. Click OK. And let's select the composite group. Click on mask. And now what we want to do is disable the lock. Go here to the mask. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So bring it up about 45, click OK. And let's lock it. Now let's go down to our car and let's click mask on that. Select the brush tool. Make sure hardness all the way down. Size and bring it up about 250. And let's go in and start cleaning this up. So on the mask, just go ahead and clean this up. So any hard edges that you see. So back here. And then the same thing with the city. Click on the mask. Enlarge this. Alright, that looks good. Click save. And I want the edges darker right here. So what I'm gonna do is create a new layer. I'm gonna fill that in with black. Alt delete. And I'm gonna select the eraser tool. Hardness all the way down. And let's bring the size up to about 1400. And I'm gonna erase in the middle. Alright, looks good. Alright. Just making sure everything looks good. So I'm gonna create one more adjustment. So let's go to our adjustment. Let's create a new layer. Fill that in with black. And I'm gonna hit, for the blending mode, I'm gonna click soft light. Select the eraser tool again. And I'm just erasing the middle of here and on the main image. So that way just darken the edges of the smoke. If you want, just duplicate it again. It'll make it darker. I'm just bring this down about 68. Alright, looks good. So the reason why I added these two, I just want, when you look at it, I want the eye to focus either on this image or the main image. Alright, looks good. I'm going to create a couple more adjustment. So I'm going to go here to the mask on the composite. I'm going to close this. Select the brush. And this time I'm going to make sure this is white. Again, hardness all the way down. And then I'm just bring it up just a little bit. So I'm just painting that part in. Alright, looks good. Now what I'm going to do is go down here and let's duplicate the city. Make Command J. And I'm going to put it on top of the car. And I'm going to delete this layer mask. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to make the car blend into the city. So right now you can see there's some blue and some purple tint. So I want to add that to the car. So what I'm doing now is hit Command T. I'm going to enlarge this all the way. I'm going to go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So about 42.5 until you get something like this. Again, I'm going to hit Command T, right click, flip vertical. So that way the purple tint is down here. And let's go ahead and click soft light. And you can see the purple tint and the blue tint. You can see it in the car just a little bit. So what I'm doing is just duplicate it again. And about, you can do 3, I'm going to do 2. So here's before, here's after. Now the car looks like it's more blended in. And what I'm doing is I'm just nudge this down Bring it down just a little bit. All right, looks good. All right, so now let's click the composite group and just lower the opacity about 87. See before and after. All right, that looks good. So that's pretty much it. It's how you create the composite inside the cloud of smoke. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment, and I try to answer everybody's question. All right, so that's it for this one.